What's up, Macon-Bibb? It's Edna Adams.
Olivia Walter.
Emily Hopkins.
And you're listening to
Macon It.
Happy summer. We are officially in summer.
Yes.
As of the 20th.
Yes.
It feels like it. It also feels like it's been summer for like 3 months now. Because it's been pretty hot.
It's been pretty hot. I would say I don't think it's the hottest Macon summer I've had yet, but...
There was one day, I wish I
Yes.
could like remember what day that was, and it would just like it was painful to just walk outside.
Yeah. The air was thick, and it was just like I got sunburnt in seconds.
Yeah, it felt like the sun was burning me, even though the sun wasn't. I don't know, whatever. It was really hot.
Well, this is the hottest Macon summer I've had.
In
her
fairness,
first.
yes. Yeah.
I love
This
it.
is Emily's hottest Macon summer.
It is.
What do y'all do to cool off for the summer? Do y'all do anything? I like to
Stay
go to the
inside.
lake. Stay inside.
Stay inside. I go to the pool.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have
Yeah.
a pool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we've got so many amazing pools in our community that have opened up. Some of them newly renovated with Sploss dollars. Memorial Park, South Bibb, Dolores Brooks. I'm sure there's another one that I'm missing. We've also got splash pads for the kids.
Yes.
They're really nice. You know, and it's only $1 to go to a pool.
It's a bargain.
I think so.
And the splash pads are free.
Absolutely. So what are you waiting for? Book.
Go cool down.
Actually, you don't have to book. You can just show up. That's the great thing. Like, well, I guess like pencil it in your calendar. You know, go ahead and say that you're gonna go to one of our pools. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 1 to 7 p.m. And then you can go on Saturdays too from 10 to 3 p.m. So plenty of opportunities for you to
Be
go.
there or be hot.
Yeah, you don't want to overheat. Be careful too when you're
Yes.
out there. That's another thing. Please don't overheat. Please drink plenty of water. That is a message for myself too.
Yeah, it's a good rule to live by.
Sunscreen and water. And we're just talking about some safety tips. We've got the 4th of July coming up.
Yeah.
And so make sure you're also staying safe with your fireworks. And, or you could just make other people do the fireworks for you.
Yeah.
So fireworks are happening at Lake Toba at 9:15. And it's going to be a great show. Every single year I see pictures of the fireworks on the lake. Gorgeous.
I know. Yeah, it's a great day. I mean, you could go make a day out of it. You can actually, you don't have to go just to Lake Toba-Sofke. You can go stroll around downtown, go to the mall, do whatever. Then maybe head over to Lake Toba-Sofke a little earlier. I know people do want to go there earlier just so they get like the better view, right? So they'll have their chairs and everything out there. And yeah, make a whole day out of it. And then chill out until 9:15. Watch the fireworks, go boom boom, pack up your stuff and go.
Yeah, they're also going to have some live music there. So ton of fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Getting in the mood too for Bragg Jam. I'm excited.
Yes.
Speaking of live music, I've got visitors coming. Some of my friends from Florida are coming to go to Bragg Jam, and I'm excited to be like,
Thanks for bringing your friends.
yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit more about Bragg Jam. What?
Bragg Jam's going to be a ton of fun this year. We have 7
American
venues.
Aquarium,
Yes, American Aquarium,
Susto.
Susto. We're going to have about 40 bands playing in one night. But then we've extended it this year. We've got some mystery shows. So if you like a good mystery.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about this like Muddy.
The Muddy
Mystery.
Brown. Yeah, Muddy Brown was a character that was created to market Bragg Jam back before social media even existed.
He kind of looks like Bigfoot, right?
Yes, he's got some relatives in the Bigfoot family.
Okay,
For sure.
but this one, Muddy loves music.
Muddy loves some music. He likes to throw a good concert. So
Okay.
he's going to throw some mystery shows where you're not going to know who's playing, where it's going to be until right before the show, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
So how
I
does
know a
that
little
work?
secret. You buy your ticket, and then we got 2 shows on Friday and 1 on Sunday. So be on the look. You'll get an email to tell you this is the location, and you'll just arrive with your ticket and come see a great show.
So this is a separate ticket from your Bragg Jam ticket.
Yes,
Okay.
it's separate
From your
ticket.
crawl,
Yes,
excuse me.
you could get it as an add-on
Okay.
to your concert crawl ticket, and it's a steal of a deal. But yeah, you could also, if you can't go to the concert crawl, just get the buddy pass and go have some fun and see some live music.
I'm excited.
That's
Also,
awesome.
probably another opportunity for you to stay hydrated, get some
Yes.
fans,
Yes.
cool off. But Bragg Jam also, like for the concert crawl, and specifically, y'all have like a special VIP pass that you could go ahead and get, just so you're not like overheating, and you can have a place to cool off and get a drink and stuff.
Exactly. So that VIP ticket also comes with your Muddy Pass to all the shows. So it's
how much is it?
It's $125, and you'll get those Muddy Passes. You'll get VIP access, which means you get air-conditioned space with an open bar at the blacksmith shop. Mm-hmm. You get your own little private bathrooms. They've got some fun, different activities that happen in the VIP lounge. It's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited. So all of this is happening Saturday, July 26th. The crawl is.
Yes.
But July 25th, you could get that special muddy
mystery show. Yep.
Mystery shows.
And then July 27th, there's one more mystery show.
All right.
And yeah, and my lips are sealed, but the shows are going to be really great.
Awesome.
She hasn't even told us, just an FYI. We work closely with her.
It's kind of
and
annoying.
she hasn't.
It's really rude.
It's super rude.
Very rude. But you know what? I guess I'll be there on Friday. Twist my arm.
I'll just have to figure it out when I'm there.
I know. Maybe you'll see Muddy around soon, and he can give some secrets.
Ooh.
Little hints. Some muddy clues.
Muddy clues. Honestly, I love Macon in the summer. There's always something to do.
Yes.
Kids are at camp. We've got plenty of camps going on, or recreation camps that happen every single year, always get booked. And they've been doing some really fun stuff. I need to go pay them a visit. But yeah, they've been doing a lot of fun stuff. There's after school camps, sports camps, and then most recently, LAFC, who we were hosting for the Club World Cup, had their kids camp for soccer. I mean, okay, I was not a soccer player like y'all, but I did dabble in recreation soccer. And if you were to tell me, I dabble.
Picked up a ball and some dandelions in rec league softball at age 4.
You know what? I was probably in 5th grade, and I made a goal.
Oh,
so
okay.
You made a whole goal.
I made one goal.
5th grade is you can truly remember playing.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that you can say that you used to play
you
soccer.
are a soccer player. 5th grade means you meant it.
I mean, I didn't make the middle school soccer team one year, but maybe I just got lucky on that one goal.
No.
That's
No,
okay.
you're an athlete, Edna.
You're so sweet. I'm not. I'm definitely not an athlete whatsoever. I'm married a very athletic man. I'm married into a very athletic family that loves to go skiing and all this stuff. I'm still trying. Okay.
You're doing your best.
I am hoping that Jackson, our son, gets all of his dad's athletic genes, because he's screwed if he gets mine. So, anywho.
So Edna went to LAFC's soccer camp, essentially, to try to learn
She was
something.
actually the star.
I was going to say, if I was given that opportunity to learn from professional soccer players, I might have made the middle school soccer team.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Dang, I just opened up a whole wound for me.
I was about to say.
I feel defeated. I forgot about that.
okay.
I suppressed that memory until I remembered.
It's a little tea.
Anywho, but Olivia and
we're about to start
Emily,
therapy session just to help Edna get through this.
Dang it, LAFC, where were you? Also, I lived in Florida, so whatever. But anywho, it looked like a lot of fun. How many kids? There were over 100.
110 kids signed up.
Oh my god!
And the pictures looked great. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah,
which really helps.
And LAFC put together some pretty cool reels that we have on our Instagram, so go check that out. Emily, you've been doing, again, a great job at just keeping up with social media and all the people, all of our keyboard warriors, like our mayor likes to say.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
What's the trending thing right now? That it's still the firefighters, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's never ending.
That video was posted over a month ago.
Yes.
And people are still commenting on it.
We have 40,000 likes now.
I saw one that was do you mail to England or something like that. So it's reaching.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And everyone wants one.
I mean, it's for a good cause. Go ahead.
It is.
Save your $20, save $100 so you can buy 5 copies. I don't, whatever that looks like for you. Mm-hmm. Get one for your office, get one for your home.
For your friends, for your family.
Yeah, it's a great Christmas gift.
New Year's Eve present, perhaps. Everything.
Yeah. We've had the chance to actually be behind the scenes at some of those shoots. The work that goes into just one shoot.
Yes.
Is admirable. I mean, these guys, what?
Admirable seems like a funny word.
Admirable?
Admirable.
Yeah, that's a word.
It is a word. It just seemed like a funny word for this.
Oh. I mean...
Impressive.
Impressive. Okay.
Admirable made me think of like
I'm like looking at them like
hero.
ah.
yes.
I mean, they're
That is
heroes.
admirable.
They
are
are.
heroes, but I don't know if the photo shoot is what makes them heroes.
Maybe to someone else.
It might be, actually. I take it all back. Just ignore
Maybe to
what
the
I
children's
did.
hospital.
Ignore my facial expression where I thought that was a funny word to use.
Maybe the children's hospital.
Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
I mean, it was impressive, the work that goes into those shoots.
It is, and
Because-
it's admirable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You gotta keep that in.
Yeah,
We gotta
we
keep
gotta
that
keep it
whole
in.
bit in. Yeah, it is admirable. Okay, you know what? I used it right, okay? Because
did.
it is. And, you know, it was hot outside, and these
Yes.
men and women were out, you know, doing push-ups, doing all the stuff. Not just that, but the photographers that we had on that shoot, Brittany and Tammy, really had to, you know, work with, like, the lighting and work with what looks good. One of them, you know what? I can't spill the beans. One of them's going to look really cool. Like, I was at a really impressive shoot that, like, lasted a really long time. I was out there till, like, 9:30. But my husband was like, "Where are you?" I'm just kidding. No, he wasn't.
I left
Are you
for
with the
some
firefighters?
He did that. He was like, "Are we still married?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, honey. I'm
That's
sorry."
what happened to me on Thursday. I told JR, I was like, yeah, I'm leaving you for 36 well-oiled firefighters right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, men and women. You know, they look great.
They're all mine now.
You've got some pretty awesome pictures on your phone now. No, we are working on some reels for you guys and some behind-the-scene pictures. I said reels, and like Emily's like, "Oh, are we?"
No, when you said that, I was like, yeah, I already have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, we have a lot of content for y'all. It's gonna be pretty great, and we're gonna keep doing it until we are ready to launch the calendar and tell you guys more information about like where you can buy them, how you can buy them, etc., etc. So look out for that. I feel like next year we definitely have to look at bringing in like pets.
I agree.
I mean, it's just my 2 cents. We've gotten some comments that were some feedback on that too. They were like, this would be great if we had some pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing the firefighters is great, but if you see them holding a puppy in the photo,
Oh my gosh.
I would
The
melt.
only
I would
thing
melt.
that can make an attractive man or woman firefighter more attractive is having a puppy or a kitten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So I don't know. Maybe we need to talk. We need to talk to our fire department. We also need to talk to this week's guest because
Yes.
she actually gets to do all of the amazing work that goes into preparing these pets for their next families, or, you know, keeping our community safe without having, you know, stray animals on the street. She does it all. She is the animal welfare shelter manager, Tracey Weathers. We are being graced with the presence of somebody who has done so much in our community. Very important work, because you work with like the most precious souls in the entire earth. And no, we're not talking about humans. We're talking about puppies and kitty cats and all the other animals. We've got Tracey Weathers in the house. What? Animal Services
Yes.
Shelter Manager. Hey, Tracey.
Hi, thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
We'll forgive you for not bringing in a puppy or a
Oh,
kitty
she
cat.
just realized she forgot to bring a puppy. She just now realized it.
I did forget.
It's okay. We would be
100%.
100% distracted
Yeah.
if we had the puppy.
Yeah,
You would
I
just
wouldn't
hear,
be
like,
able to focus.
You
so.
hear constant squeals from like this microphone at least. Just constantly.
Yeah. I'd be so distracted. This podcast would take like 2 hours.
I wanted y'all to focus on me.
I understand.
So
It is all about you this episode.
I can't believe I totally forgot.
No, you're fine. No, like I said, it's a good thing probably that you didn't bring the.
But
It
maybe,
really is.
Maybe someday when we're not doing a podcast, could you just bring some puppies over?
Absolutely.
Or maybe we'll just come hang out with you.
That
Just
I
do
like
that.
too. Yeah, I like that too.
It'll be easier.
Uh-huh.
Tracy, how did you? We're jumping right in. How did you get involved with Animal Services? I feel like, how long have you been there?
So that's what I was just trying to think.
Yeah.
It's mathing.
12 or 13 years now. Let's see. I started in 2013 before consolidation.
Okay.
So it's been a minute. And actually, I was going to school for nursing, and I was like, I just need a job. My son was just a few months old, but I just felt like going to college wasn't enough. I needed to get a job too, just to help my husband. And so I was a firefighter too, a volunteer firefighter.
What?
So I knew.
She's done it all.
I know.
So I knew like 10 codes, and the shelter was hiring a dispatcher. So I was like, sold. And I met with the director, Sarah Tennant, at the time, and she just loved me, and I loved her. And so I started as a dispatcher. Yeah, wow, that was a long time ago.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for, let's see, probably 2 years. And we got the new shelter in like 2015, 2016. Once we moved out there, I was like adoption coordinator, rescue coordinator. And then a few years later, I moved to like kennel supervisor. And then I was the shelter manager.
Awesome.
I was so into it. I really had no intentions on being there forever.
Goodbye,
Like,
nursing.
You didn't,
Yeah.
You didn't think you'd be working with non-humans when you first started in nursing?
No. And then it was
look at you.
that was like, I don't want to work with humans so much as I do animals. I just couldn't believe like what people were capable of doing to
Oh
animals.
my gosh.
know.
And it just like, I was just so intrigued by the whole shelter. Like I used to get in so much trouble when I first started. Sarah would be like, why are you in the kennels? Like, you have an office up front. Stay out of the kennels. What are you doing?
I just need to be with them. I need to be with them.
Yeah, I was just so intrigued and wanted to know, always learn more.
Well, I mean, I know I'd be guilty of it, but like, how often did you get in trouble with your husband because you would want to bring home anything?
A lot.
How many animals do you have currently at home?
So I only have 2 dogs and 1 cat.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a normal ratio.
I have learned like self-control over the years.
Proud of you.
That's what Olivia has.
That is 2 dogs, 1 cat.
But, and I used to foster a lot more than I do now. But like, it's so hard, y'all.
I
Like,
know.
we have to foster like a lot of like, kittens because kittens come in without moms and they're still not weaned, and it's so somebody has to take them. But I try not to be that somebody because it's so hard. Like, one, it's hard to keep a little tiny baby fit in your hand alive, and then when they don't make it, my heart has been broken so much. I'm like,
I'd be a
can't do it.
shell. I would be a walking shell if I had to go through what you and your team go through.
Oh, it's so hard.
It is. There are a lot of perks, right? But then you're dealing with really tough moments that people unfortunately don't see, which is a good thing. But like also we kind of want them to see and see what people like, what these animals have to go through sometimes when they're neglected or if they're not being spayed or neutered. I mean, gosh.
yeah, absolutely. And like that's one of my biggest pet peeves is like we are transparent. Like we're not going to hide anything. This is the reality of it. It's a very hard reality. And, you know, a lot of people are like, you're not doing your job. You're not doing this. We didn't create this problem.
Yeah.
It's irresponsible owners, like people who want to be responsible, but that just can't afford the means to. Yeah. There's a lot of like pointing fingers at everybody else, but this is not our fault. You know, all of our animals are spayed and neutered. And current vaccinations, and we're just trying to do the best that we can. And it's like, it's picking up a lot of people's like problems basically. They get animals and then they don't realize like how much that entails.
It's a lot. It's like taking care of a child. Like,
it's
a lot of responsibility. It's not just like, ooh, cute moments, cute pics. No, gosh. So what all falls under animal services for people who don't know? What does animal services do? What are y'all responsible for? Is it pretty much like everything?
So within animal services, you have animal enforcement and you have the animal shelter. So enforcement are the ones that are like boots on the ground in the community, going out, trying to educate people, giving them dog houses if that's what it takes, letting them know like, hey, you can't tether your animals like this. Humane education, like animals need this, and this. This is what we expect of you. Here's our local laws and ordinances. Here's how to be a responsible pet owner. so that we don't have to take your animals because we don't want them. So they do a lot of like the boots on the ground, like I said. And then the shelter, you know, they bring the animals to us. We care for them. We provide them with vet care. We try and get them back to the owners. We try and get them adopted. We also send to rescues all over the country.
Love it.
So we're more like the animals, you know, on a daily basis, taking care of them and giving them humane care, whereas they do a lot of the community stuff. Over the past year, we have gotten more involved with like community engagement. So, which we've always done things like career days and community events, the EMA event. Within the past year, we've been able to get some grants. So, you know, we have a mandatory spay-neuter law. I actually worked on that back in 2014. And so you have to have your animal spayed or neutered if you live in Macon-Bibb County, unless you have a breeder's license, which we don't hand out a lot of those.
I was going to say, this is probably good information to get out, though, because I mean, I don't think enough people understand that.
Yeah, so it is a local ordinance. You have to have your animal spayed and neutered. Rabies vaccine, state law. You have to have that. To get your animal spayed or neutered, you're looking at $200, $300, $400. It just depends on where you go. Because I was part of the initial, like, writing the spay neuter ordinance so long ago, and just seeing, like, over the past 5-6 years, how it really has not made the impact that we thought that it was going to. You know, we looked at it and we were like, well, why isn't this making an impact, like, at all? And it's because people can't afford the vet care. So then we're like, what can we do to help? And we've been able to help people spay and neuter their animals for free for the past year.
That's so awesome.
And we've done like 300 dogs and cats.
Gosh.
We did 50 TNR cats, which are like feral cats that they don't want anybody to touch them, but they have their good uses, you know. They'll keep snakes and mice away and all that. So, yeah, about 350 animals we've been able to alter.
If someone needed assistance with something like that, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
So they could just email myself at tweathers@Macon-Bibb.us. And we could get them on that list. I know right now we are already booked out probably 2 months at least. So what we try and do is we'll have the van come out to the shelter like once a month. On a good month, it's 2 times a month. We're trying to really push for 3 times a month. It's a lot of work that goes into it, though. It's at least like they're coming out today. So that's like 3 days worth of work for myself and my staff and my vet tech. Because like day one, we're taking in the animals, we're putting them in the system, we're making sure they're current on vaccinations, giving them flea meds, you know, all these things that the owners won't have to worry about. So they'll spend the night tonight. Tomorrow is surgery day. The van will come, we'll get them all loaded up, get them all loaded off, get them back to the owners, and then like day 3 is like paperwork all day.
The least favorite day.
So so 3 days out of this week I have to devote to helping the community, basically. But it's really the only thing in 12, 13 years I feel like we're doing, and it's making a difference.
Yeah. And I also like how it seems like it's proactive instead of reactive.
Exactly.
And it's always good to feel that way. Like, even when you're talking about the people that were boots on the ground, they're going out and proactively telling people different things to help their animals outside, so that in the end they don't have to get rid of their animals, and then you're reacting and trying to get that animal into a shelter. Yeah,
definitely. So tomorrow we're going to fix 15 animals so that in 2-3 months we're not taking in their babies.
Yes.
So, but I definitely feel like this is just really the most that I've felt like we've helped our community in a while.
That's a big thing too, when it's hundreds of dollars for a procedure. I mean, I'm a pet owner. We all are in this room. Like, we know how much it costs and how much a vet visit is and stuff like that. So by you being able to lift that burden off of that owner is just, it's amazing. And it definitely has a greater, I guess not consequence, a greater, is there such thing as a good consequence?
Yeah, sure. We're going
And
to
the
make it. We're gonna
reaction,
make it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gosh, words are hard on Monday mornings. But anyhow, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying.
But also, I think there's a lot of studies showing that, like, having a pet or animal can help a person's mental health. But then again, you don't want to add that burden to them and actually make it a burden on their mental health because they can't afford to get them spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely
so
not.
I think it's, again, a great way to tie everything back into our community and making sure that everyone is taken care of.
You
Yeah.
say you write grants for it or apply for grants. Do you accept donations too? I mean, can people donate to animal services
Yeah,
and help
absolutely.
out? Okay.
Yeah, we have a whole donation account. Yeah, this last grant that we received was from Department of Agriculture
Okay.
for $6,000, and so that's about 3-4 loads of animals. So that really went a long ways.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't sound like much, but
No, it
so
is.
much.
yeah.
And
But
then-
that's the only way that I can keep going. I should probably say that is if we're getting grants and donations.
That's important.
Yeah, so in 3 months, might not be able to do it anymore. But hopefully we can keep going for another year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've talked a lot already about the standard dogs, cats. But you guys don't just deal with dogs and cats. I couldn't even finish that with a straight face.
Did you see my Facebook post not too long ago?
Yes, and that's where I was leading to. So you guys are also the people that deal with other types of animals. And that could mean, I mean, I could make the joke like lions and tigers and bears. But you had an alligator?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we get all kinds of fruit animals, y'all. We don't necessarily post them. You know, we'll find the owner before we have to post them. But we've had like goats, and the first animal in this new shelter I remember was like a potbelly pig.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
we get all kinds of things.
I've always wanted a pig, but no one will allow it in my household.
The one thing that I hate,
I also want a cow, but
right?
yeah.
Same. The one thing I hate the most is, like, I don't hate them. I shouldn't say that. But I would prefer them not come to the shelter. Is snakes. I just don't.
No,
No.
it's
just-
I was just having this conversation with somebody. They're like, "Why are you afraid of snakes?" I'm like, "It's just like,
They-
it's weird. Like they slither around. Like
No, get out of
no,
And they're so quick. They're like,
texture, yeah.
and then you get bit.
Their little beady eyes too.
Yeah, I prefer those not. Sometimes we have pet snakes that have to come in, and I'm just like, cringe.
Who
I know
is
they're
it that
good,
always
though,
handles
but-
them? I always see pictures.
Oh, Rebecca
yeah,
Galeazzo.
yeah,
Yeah.
She's like on it. And she's like, okay, no, whatever.
Here-
Oh, she
Here I am.
just
She's like,
zero
lady posing
fear.
with, yeah, with the snake. I'm like, oh
She'll
my
walk in with a bucket, and she's like, "Guess what I got?" And I'm like, "I'm not excited
I don't
as
wanna
as you
know.
are right now. Go away."
But yeah, it's not just about, we talk about spay and neutering, but obviously there are creatures that get into places that they shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
Like whether it be the alligators that come towards businesses or snakes that people find in places they shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
But you guys are the response to that. And it's kind of crazy to think that, like, not only are you seeing these cute little puppies and kittens, but you have these kind of scaly creatures that are massive. How big was that alligator?
So some of his tail was missing, but so he was 10 foot, but he was missing like 2 foot of tail. He was so huge. It was
my
like
gosh.
looking at a dinosaur. Like,
Yeah.
we've had this turtle come in before, and it was like this big, and it looked like a dinosaur. Like, it looks so old, y'all.
So I'm from Florida, and I used to be a reporter in Florida, like Southwest Florida, and alligators galore. We had animal services in Collier County, but then there was this man that was like on his own. His name was like Joe or something like that. I have a picture with it.
hunter.
Right? That's what I was
Yes, and
thinking.
you would call him. I swear, you would call him and be like, "There's an alligator here, and he'd come." I'm gonna
Sup,
pull up
Joe?
this picture for you guys.
Sup, Joe?
And then we'll
It's-
include this picture.
Rebecca's our Joe, y'all.
So yeah, we've got our own Joe. No, I'm
got our own Joe,
so
guys.
dead. Because it's like a common. Oh, there's just another alligator, but like in Georgia, it's not super common. How often are you guys getting alligator calls?
She's gonna shock
Really,
us.
it's a good bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's really a good bit.
all the.
But there's so
I don't want to
much.
start fear in anyone. But I
This-
feel like all the people that go floating in the Ocmulgee River.
Oh, yeah, they're not
it's
going to
safer-
bother
it's
you,
safer.
though.
Yeah, they're not going to bother us.
No.
Yeah, we're fine.
I just wouldn't go past, like, Spring Street.
Okay,
See, look.
that's the advice we need. Don't go floating
No, his
past
name's
Spring Street.
Ray the Trapper. Shout out to Ray the Trapper.
Ray the Trapper. Oh, man, we're looking at photos.
Oh, look how happy he is. He loves that. You can just see the joy in his face. Like,
Also,
he's so happy.
in this photo that Edna is showing us,
I have a microphone.
she has a microphone to the alligator's mouth as if he is doing the
shut.
interview.
And it's like shut with tape. This was on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex.
We're going to have to
No
also
way.
share that with
That
our
was a news story.
release.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we'll post that in the yeah. Could you imagine like getting to your 3rd story apartment complex and like trying to get to your front door and there's an alligator there? No. What's been the craziest
Like, I don't
call?
live here anymore.
The craziest call that you guys have had for not alligators, animals in general. You're like, which year? Last year,
The craziest
Last month.
call.
or just a memorable one?
Yeah,
like,
the most memorable one.
I feel like the craziest ones are the ones that it's like hoarding or dog fighting, and you're like,
the sad ones.
like we had so like the dog fighting cases that we get, and it's just in places you would never think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
awful.
it's like 30 dogs. And
30. That's what I was about to ask. Like, how many dogs? 30 dogs.
And then
I think it was 30 on
you
that
have to
one.
find a way to like take in all those dogs and rehabilitate them essentially. And I imagine you have so many relationships with different rescue organizations.
Yeah, absolutely. Thankfully. Yeah, so like this shelter will be slap full, and we'll get like a hoarding case, a cruelty case, a dog fighting case, and they always have at least 20 animals. And you're like, oh, okay. So I have 0 open kennels because, you know, we're regulated by the Department of Agriculture. So we only have we can only have so many animals. And so like we're at that number, and we get to a call, or the officers get to a call, and it's like, Tracey, I have to bring in 20 animals. And I'm like,
Gotta find a
give
place
me
for
a few
20.
hours.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the whole process
do some
of
sorting
them
and rearranging.
It's like, I always say it's like Tetris with animals.
Yes.
Like, but yeah, so then we have to move
Yeah.
20 animals out really
That's
quick to
wild.
bring at least 20 more in.
I would imagine too, like the trauma those poor puppies are like experience, and then so you're dealing with that. Are they aggressive? Are they scared? Are they frightened? Are they?
Yeah.
You know, that's awful.
Yeah, and most of them are like fear aggressive because what's going
Yeah.
on? Why am I being displaced from my home? Or this 20-pound chain that's, you know, this has been my life.
Yeah.
But you've seen a lot of dogs. Like, when we talk about aggressive dogs, do you feel like a lot of it too is like based on the experiences that they've had, or the
Oh,
owners, or is it
absolutely.
they're not just born
No
like
animal.
that, right? Like
No.
it's
No.
like humans, like
Other than chihuahuas.
yeah,
Chihuahuas are just born like
Chihuahuas
that.
are always
they're a
mad.
terror.
They're just mad. They're born angry.
Those are the scariest ones. I'll take like 100-pound shepherd any day. Just don't put me in front of a chihuahua. But yeah, animals aren't born that way. It's how they're raised, how they're treated. I mean, I feel like just like humans, like I don't think any humans just born evil, and there's really, at the end of the day, there's not really a lot of aggressive, like truly aggressive animals. Like, I'm not the dog whisperer by any means, but the harder ones to deal with are the ones that I love the most. Oh my goodness.
You're like, I love a good challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's also so
I'm like,
rewarding when you
love
crack
me.
that shell.
Yes. I'm like, you've had a bad life. We had one from a dog fighting case. Yeah. And when I went on scene, he actually tried to attack me. I didn't know. So I was like walking up to the front porch where the detective and the owner were. And there was a dog house, but I was like, no.
Yeah, you didn't think there'd be a dog in there.
No, because
Why would there be a
surely
dog
you're
in
going
the
to tell
dog
me
house?
the owner is surely going to stop me before. No, they did not. Like, I walked up and the dog came out and he like went to bite me, and I like stepped back and he came at me again. It worked out to where I didn't get eaten. But so he came to the shelter, and his name was Pumpkin.
Appropriate.
And
Yes.
he was like a white dogo. And oh my goodness, he was so angry. Like, he would not let any of us deal with him. We had him in an indoor-outdoor kennel so that we didn't have to touch him. And one day he had hurt his paw, and so he was bleeding. And I looked at him and I was like, this is it, man. Like, you're hurt. I need to help you. I want to help you.
Just let it happen, okay?
Just let it happen.
This is your moment.
And he did. He let me, and he loved me, and he loved like 2 other people.
We don't deserve
And that
dogs.
was it.
We don't deserve dogs. And there's a special place in
They-
hell for people that mistreat them because, gosh, they're angels.
Exactly, yeah. They just love us so much, too. They just want to love us. And I know my dogs are, oh my gosh, it's like I haven't seen them in 5 years when I get home every day. Or I can, like, run to the store for, like, 5 minutes and come back, and it's like...
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
I know. That's, yeah, I have a
Like,
golden
so happy.
retriever who's, yeah, it's the best. I'm like, well, you know, at least somebody's happy to see me. I mean, my family is too, but Teddy's always
made
the
it sound
happiest.
so sad.
I know. It's like,
Yeah,
gosh.
I definitely
Steven.
feel like my animals love me more.
Steven sometimes is excited to see me,
Sometimes.
but Teddy is
Teddy.
Always.
excited to see me.
Yeah.
you can always count on dogs.
But yeah, I have 2 rescue. Well, technically, I have 3 rescue animals because one of
Aw.
which we rescued a kitten right outside of here, and I couldn't get rid of it. I said I'd never be a cat owner.
Olivia saved
I
y'all
heard
the
that.
trip. Olivia saved y'all the trip. She was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this.
Just
one
gotta
home.
keep it.
I heard that on one of your podcasts I was listening to. It was like right outside the window
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
It
my
got
desk.
stuck in a drainage ditch over here.
My desk used to be right here, and we were like working. I'm like, do you hear that? And she's like, yeah. And it was like, yeah. And it was like raining. I'm like, it's coming from. I'm like, is it in the vent? Like, is it in the pipes?
We were
like,
about to like tear down the walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
But
I love
yeah,
that
so
though.
I think it's the thing is like rescuing animals is a big task, but it's also so rewarding. Just as you were saying, it's so rewarding when you can kind of crack that shell and like they fall in love with you,
Yeah.
and you can feel like those barriers go away. Edna's showing the photo
I'm
of me
showing
holding
all-
little kitten person.
Oh,
We'll
we're
also
so
have that
happy.
one
Yes.
I love that.
in our podcast.
But if people are interested in coming to maybe adopt one of your pets, how do they see who's might be available, or what do they do?
So we have a Facebook page. It's Bibb County Sheriff's Office Animal Services. That's a lot to take in. And then we also, if you go to bibbsheriff.us and go to the departments, click on Animal Services, we've got them all posted there too. But I like Facebook a lot. So
I like scrolling through your Facebook because my partner doesn't always love it because I will go through and be like, I'll send a picture. I'm like, oh, look at this one, and he's like, no.
like
can't
one
take
more is
another
not
one.
going to hurt.
Exactly.
yeah.
What's the
You wouldn't even
difference?
notice.
Exactly.
I'll take screenshots and like send them to my family. I'm like, here you go, you need a dog. Here you go, you need a cat. I'm like, just drive from Florida.
Yeah, even this morning I was saying, oh, there might be puppies this morning, so I'm not sure if I'll come home without another
See,
dog.
it's probably a good thing I didn't
I know,
bring the puppies.
but still.
Because your husbands would be like, Tracey.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's fine. It's okay.
But yeah, I like when people follow our Facebook because like we post videos and stuff of the animals there, and
Y'all have a good audience, like a good like following.
we do.
Yeah.
I remember when we were like, if we can just get to 1,000 followers, and now like I don't even know how many we have.
Yeah,
It's
I can
a
always
lot.
count on you. I think I've like sent you like pictures of like we found a dog on the side of the road. I'm like, can you post this? It had like 300 like reactions to it. Like after that, I'm like, oh well, I don't know if we ever found the owner for that puppy.
I don't think
Oh.
so.
Did somebody? I hope somebody adopted. Steven named it Shiloh. I don't
Oh,
know why.
that dog. I do
it was
remember
like the
when-
little white
yes.
dog, and Steven doesn't like me talking about it because it's like very triggering to him because he's like, I don't know what happened to this puppy. I wish I could have kept him, but we were like living in the loft at that point, and it had a bunch of fleas, and yeah.
Did it end up coming to the shelter?
Mhm.
Oh, I can.
We can
Yeah,
we
can
can
you
figure
figure
this
that
out.
out?
I will.
Justice for Shiloh.
Yeah, I'll figure that out as soon as I go
He's like,
back.
I just wish we could have kept him. Like, I just feel like I failed him.
Aww.
And it was one of those where, like, it was just this little, like, I don't know, it was like a white, like, little dog, like a Shih Tzu almost, by itself, like, in a neighborhood that we were driving by. And I was like, Steven, look at the dog. He's like, no.
Nope.
I was like, but what if it gets hit by a car?
Our
What
men
if,
are so
like-
quick to say
he's like,
no
no,
there.
no. And I'm like, Steven, I'm not going to sleep well because what if I just think about this puppy, you know, we could save it. He's like, damn it, Edna, and like turns around.
You know, it's funny. I was like, I do this every day. My husband is worse than I am.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He's like, pick up that dog on the side.
He,
Can we get that
he's way worse
dog?
than I am. Yeah.
I just like, I hate seeing dogs like on the road, like, and especially like if they're all cute, but like you can tell like if they belong to somebody. And yeah, I can't believe nobody picked Shiloh up. But
If-
we don't, I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I'll find out.
Okay.
If they look like they belong to somebody, like I yell out the window, I'm like, go home right now. I don't want to get a call about you. You're healthy. Go home.
You're past curfew.
Yeah. Gosh, if only.
Like, I'm going to write you a ticket.
Exactly.
I do want to know, though, because speaking of Facebook, you have names for all of these dogs.
Oh, yes.
How do you come up with the names?
Do you have a
cracking
designated
up. She
name
has her
giver?
palm
Like, is there a
over
person
her
on your staff that gives all the
face.
names?
So, so if you see like any really weird, like out of sort name,
I need to go look.
that's usually like Rebecca
Yeah.
or Sonia. It's usually one of the officers if it's like really like weird. But we have an intake
Sometimes you have
specialist. Yeah, so our intake specialist, Paige, she'll like pick a theme. And so it might be like Disney princesses
Or Harry Potter. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're watching like a show on Netflix that we're super into, we'll do that.
Yeah. My older dog, Ernie, he was rescued. Yeah.
It's a cute.
Ernie Barks. I rescued him from the Atlanta Humane Society, but when I adopted him, he was like only 7 weeks old, but he was a part of a galaxy theme, so he was supposed to be an Astro, but I was like, nah. If you look at your face, you're an Ernie, and we're going to switch this right now.
Right. Some animals you look at and you're like they're looking into your soul.
Yes.
Like this one the other
There's
day,
so
I was
much
like,
anxiety.
I was looking into his eyes and all I could hear was like, my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
That's what his eyes told me. And come to find out, the owner ended up coming, and guess what his name was?
Jeff.
It was Jeff.
You are an animal whisperer.
It was Jeff. And I was just so like, we named him like something different, like Leo or something. But I was like, I could just look at him and he was like,
I love when
My name is
animals have human names.
Yes, there's a theme with the cats as of a few days
oh, what
ago.
is it's the rappers or something.
Chad, Chuck, Charlie, Chipotle, Chelsea, Chester,
So we
Chipotle,
Chipotle.
we
I like how
literally-
Chipotle's the oddball out.
right? Where'd
Chuck
that
and
come
Chad,
from?
and Chipotle.
We literally just
Someone was
went through
hungry.
like Missy Elliott,
Oh,
Amy
I love
Winehouse, Kanye. Just trying to have fun with it.
Exactly.
What does it take to adopt an animal?
You can walk in.
Okay.
And that's perfectly fine.
Monday through Friday, Monday through
So
Saturday.
it's Tuesday through Saturday from
Okay.
11 to 4.
Okay.
And you can walk in. That's perfectly fine. But the easiest thing for me is like for you to go into our Facebook page, look at the animals, kind of get an idea of like who you want to meet when you get there, and then fill out the adoption application ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, when you come in, I'm going to be like, oh, you need Banjo. Like,
You're a banjo person.
Banjo's for you.
Based on you like long walks on the beach.
Yes.
Your love profile
Yeah.
screams Banjo.
You're an Aries.
Who knew? You were just like a whole matchmaker this whole time.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's matching animals with families that it's just going to be the best fit.
It
And
is
so-
also really cute whenever you go on your Facebook page when you see the photos of the people that just adopted. Everyone looks so thrilled.
They're so
The
happy.
animal, the
Right?
family that just adopted, like it is the cutest photos ever. Seeing everyone's joy.
Right? And the animals know. They're like, oh,
I know.
this is my person. They came back for me. But yeah, it's just easier, like, if I have an idea of... So, like, if you don't have a fenced-in yard, like, I can't give you Leo because he's going to...
He's gonna jet.
bolt. You won't have
Smart.
Leo anymore. We'll have Leo back.
Yeah, and that's good that you guys think that through again. Proactive.
But yeah, it's easier if they fill out the application first and then come in and meet the animals.
And then is there like an adoption fee?
The adoption fee for the dogs is $100, and for the cats it's $75. That includes first set of vaccinations, flea meds. That includes
That is a steal. I think I paid like
It
$100
really is.
for just the flea meds, like every 3 months or something.
yeah, it really is. So like first vax, rabies vac, microchip, they're altered.
Steal.
All that.
That's
It
amazing.
really is.
Yeah, all to make your
It's like
life and
$1,000
other
vet
pet's
bill.
life better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like this month it's free adoptions.
Oh,
Free adoption month.
why is that? Just
Just
we like
because.
June.
Because we like it.
My boss was like, "Hey, do you want to do free adoptions this month or next month?" And I
You're
was
like every month.
Okay,
This
well,
month.
how perfect this podcast is going to come out. You go to the shelter and
Yes.
See if you found your new best friend.
Yeah, I want to see and tag us because I love to
Yes.
see like the happy endings and stuff. I
mean,
love it.
In general, I just want to see people commenting on this podcast episode with photos of them and their rescue animals.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I
love
love
that.
that.
So while you're listening right now, if you have a rescue animal, go to our Facebook page and comment your rescue pet because we love to see them.
Or send us your pictures.
Yes,
Or just
send
like
us.
any day, send us your animal pictures.
Right? It'll make us so much more happier.
I know. I always love, like, people will text me, like, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, and just keep me updated on the babies. And, like, it's just, I'll be having, like, the worst day ever, and someone will send me a picture of, like, Yogi that they adopted 3 years ago, and I'm like, this is why I do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need that balance, especially because we talked about, like, the horror stories of your jobs and things that are happening, with animals every single day. So you have to have that, like, cute overload cuteness.
Yeah, definitely.
Gosh.
It's a balance because, there's a lot of things that you just don't understand. You just don't want to see, but it happens. And thankfully we have, like, when we get, like, really bad things, like embedded collars, we see a lot.
Oh.
A lot. But thankfully, like, me and the vet tech will get on it, get it cleaned up, get them on meds, and then they're fine in, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah, let's give your team a shout out too, because I know that you
huge
can't
shout
do
out.
this alone.
Oh, no,
Gosh.
absolutely not.
Who is all in it? Like, we talked about Rebecca, we've talked about Sonia.
Animal enforcement is Sonia, Season, Rebecca, Leanne, Lupe, Daniel. And then for the shelter side, I have an adoption coordinator, and that's Elvin, and he's the one that matches families with pets. And then I have a rescue coordinator, that's Janet. Really, she gets out more animals than anybody. Like, there's only so many people that want to adopt animals around here, but up north, like, it's just like never ending families for animals. So
That's amazing.
There's like a viral TikTok dog that he has a funny voice. I put in air quotes because obviously it's a human voice.
That's our dog.
Yeah. And
that's our dog.
Yeah, I know. And he
Literally.
always says it's the dog always says he's from Macon, Georgia.
Yes.
But right now he lives in Maine. So that's when you said that they're up north. I was thinking
need
of
to go
this.
see this.
That is one of our babies.
Tatum is Macon,
Tatum
Georgia.
Talks is what it's called. It's so cute.
So cute.
I love that. Gosh, that's amazing.
But yeah, so Janet, she gets like she saves the most animals. And then Chris is my office manager, so he helps me with like the finances,
The paperwork.
ordering everything. Yeah. And then intake specialist is Paige. She does like all the vaccines and everything when the animals first come in. She names them, pictures, all that good stuff. My vet tech is Brooklyn, and she and I probably work the most together, like on a daily basis, because we have like surgeries and vaccinating animals and the community spay neuter. And then my kennel staff, oh goodness, they do like the hardest part,
I know,
like taking care of them on a daily basis. So I've got Audrey, I've got Hava, Maggie, Julianne, and Kenya, and my little
Bless
girl
them
team
all.
rocks back there.
That is amazing. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. Round of applause for what they do.
Yay!
And then do y'all accept volunteers too? I mean, to come in
Yes.
and help you guys. How does
Yes.
that work?
So our volunteers, they'll either like play with kittens or puppies or like walk dogs, and they can bathe them and just
I'm gonna
spend some
start
time with
volunteering
them
now.
I know.
and socialize them. I mean, you don't realize like how much of a difference it makes just to get out of the kennel and stimulate their minds. And
Is there an age limit? Because we're in summertime. I know there's probably some college students or high school students that may.
so generally we say like if you can drive, you can come by yourself.
Okay.
Anything under that, we like for the parents to be there.
Okay, yeah.
And
But we have lots of kids that volunteer with their parents.
if you want to, I wouldn't happen to know a person that wants to volunteer. Olivia, if you wanted to volunteer, do we just email? Do we?
So
give
you
a
can
phone
go
call?
to our website,
Website.
thebibbsheriff.us, and click on animal services, and the volunteer app's there. We've got the volunteer app there, adoption app there. We've got ordinances there. How to donate is on there. our available pets is on there.
We'll
So.
make sure
Your
to link
one-stop
all of
shop.
that stuff in our summary so that people know where to go to find it. So there's one other thing that I think that you do that no one really understands that you are part of, but when we have emergency weather and there's potential hurricane evacuations from Florida or wherever it might be, you actually have a pretty big role in that because you're in charge of helping shelter animals coming from the hurricane evacuation, essentially, right?
I'm so glad you brought that. Is my favorite, my favorite part of my job is being able to do emergency pet shelters because, like, you just get a break and you can play with other people's pets and you can help those families. And it's so rewarding. I love it so much.
So explain a little bit more about what that actually entails when you do emergency pet sheltering. So what can that be? That's like, is it dogs? Is it horses? What all is it?
So we do the dogs and cats. We have done rabbits and some lizards before.
No snakes.
No snakes.
Heavy on the no snakes.
Okay. Those snakes can survive the hurricane.
And then like horses or cattle, like we can point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So basically, if there's a huge hurricane that's about to hit Florida, they have to evacuate. The people are going to people shelters. They can't take their animals. That's okay. We've got you because we're going to set up a shelter just for animals.
Oh, yeah.
And so the officers, they'll go to the different like people shelters and pick up the animals if they have to and bring them back to us. So we take care of the animals the whole time. The people are, they're displaced. They're stressed. They don't know, much about anything around here. So if we can just take your animals off your plate. Yeah. And, oh, man, it's just so rewarding.
Because they're worried about, like, calling insurances, getting checkups on how their house is doing. They don't need to worry about walking their dog and, like, getting all that stuff taken care of.
So we do all of that for them. And it's so rewarding. I love it so much.
Oh, good. I was going to say, it's kind of like a thankless job, but, like, you do get thanked in licks on... Probably.
And kisses.
And kisses by puppy
Doggy
dogs
kisses.
and kittens. Not humans, I hope.
That one, I'd draw the line there. We don't do that.
No thanks.
You can thank me with the puppy kisses.
Yeah.
But people are always so thankful.
Yeah.
I don't remember which hurricane it was when we were at the flea market in like one of their warehouses. Is that Irma? I don't remember, but that was the most animals we've ever had. And somebody brought their neighbor's dog because their neighbor left the dog behind. Right? Like, I just want to cry thinking about it. Like,
I hope that they didn't return that dog to the
no, we
neighbor.
ended up keeping it.
Okay, good.
Because you didn't want it.
Yeah.
So.
You don't know how to take care of a precious
Yeah, we ended
soul.
up keeping her and she got adopted. But
Good. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Little baby.
But see, a lot of people, if they don't know that they have the option, like, what would you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good to be able to, like, get the word out, like, hey, if you go to Macon, they have emergency pet shelter. You don't have to worry about your pets. But it really is my favorite thing to do.
Extra love and snuggles. And she doesn't get in trouble for having an extra pet around the house. if
Yeah.
she needs to.
Yeah, you get your fit. Yeah, I love that. No, I totally get it. I'd be so excited. I'm like, yeah, because we've talked about it like when we have our EMA meetings and everything. What we most recently had, they're like all the same now, though. The
blur.
storms
Yeah.
and like the hurricanes and stuff. So yeah, it's.
Maybe
I know there's a
Milton?
lot of prep that yeah, Milton. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It is
Anyhow.
all a blur. Like, after you've done so many, you're like, I don't remember which hurricane that was.
You know what I bet you do remember, though, is probably every puppy and dog or kitten that comes to the shelter. Like, I feel like you probably have.
For the most part,
Like, probably
yeah.
not a name, but like, you know.
Yeah.
I
So
remember dogs more than I do.
Me too.
we see about like 2,000, 3,000 animals a year.
Oh, gosh.
But
Oh, okay.
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, someone will be like, oh, do you remember this dog? And I'm like, I haven't the slightest clue.
I know that, like, again, talking about remembering dogs more than you remember the human's name. For a long time, I'd go to a downtown restaurant and eat outside with Ernie, and the people that work there would just call me Ernie's mom the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I totally understood. No disrespect.
I love it. So I know you have a very busy day because we've talked a little bit about, you know, the week and what you're, and I know none of your days look the same either. So
No.
we appreciate you being on today, and we'll definitely have some links for you guys listening on this podcast, on social media. Go follow the Animal Services page for Bibb County. You won't regret it. Like, go send pictures, share with your family like I do all the things.
Yes, please share.
Let's get these puppy dogs and kittens and all the animals safe homes. Forever homes.
Forever.
Forever.
FUR.
Forever. Yes.